To fold over. I'm trying to fold over to make a cute little patch. So basically I'm just gonna go around the whole contour of the pattern. But the handle, can you see? The handle is attached to the denim part. So, Luz from the past told me how to do it. What I did is I close shut the placket because I wasn't gonna cut that piece of fabric off, you know me. I'm too frugal to cut fabric off and not using it again. Okay, so basically we're gonna be carry on doing a bit more of this. Okay, so these are the options. I have a soft spot for this one, which is super beautiful, like a green kind of thing. Good morning. Today is Monday morning. And I am in the sewing room. On Friday, I changed things and I'm trying to make the room a little bit more workable. Over the weekend, I washed a whole bunch of stuff that I have bags everywhere. So I realized that, because of course, you know what, I don't mind so much, it's nice. I have lots of projects for this week. And I decided to put a little bit of a plan instead of just going as I do, crazy, driving myself and you crazy. So I decided that I'm gonna be doing projects by numbers. And I have quite a few in the list. I don't know if you noticed, but the clue is all around me of all the stuff that I need to do. I don't think some of the stuff you can actually see, and even if you see, you wouldn't know what it is. And some of the stuff that you see and you wouldn't think what I'm doing. Anyway, there is loads of projects that I want to get done this week. So the plan is to film for 3 days or so, and then get like chapters on the video. So the video might actually be quite long. Chapter number 1, and there is a project. Chapter number 2, there's a project. Chapter number 3, there's a project, and so on. I don't know how many projects. I have 5 or 6. I don't know how much we're gonna get done for the video. Whatever doesn't get done, it gets done for the next week. I just want to show you that I am finally wearing one of my dresses that I made in the channel. I've not been able to wear that many dresses to come here because some of the dresses I make are like really flowy and the bicycle chews them up. This one is actually tight enough to being able to cycle and loose enough to being able to cycle, so it's comfortable. I also made lovely earrings over the weekend. That's another project that I need to talk to you about. Luckily for you, I've already filmed project number 1. Project number 1 was done last Wednesday and the video was way too long, so I didn't add it at the end. So we're going to go back to Luz from last Wednesday for chapter number 1. Yeah, you find me with my cardigan on today because I got rained on the bicycle here. And the most annoying thing is I got rained on and it stopped raining the moment I got here. It's so annoying. Anyway, why did I get rained on, you say? Because I went to the pipe to get the house's fabric and I could not find it. But this is what happened when a fabric addict goes shopping. I told you, you shouldn't let me go. But you did it anyway, so I think this is kind of the two of us fault. It's not just mine. Yes, let's leave it like that. I found this amazing, I don't even know what country that would be. It's flowers and azulejos, tiles, like Moroccan, Arabic tiles. We have so many of these beautiful tiles in Spain. So I love this one. So I got a little bit of this one. And then I thought I really wanted to do the Amsterdam houses, but they did have this one, which is like advertisement for the Netherlands, really. It's not even just Amsterdam. But it is so funny because it has so many KLM, the airliner, and then it has Amsterdam, City of Amsterdam, the base with a thing in here. This is kind of funny. Slager is these chocolate sprinkles that people eat for breakfast. Adults eat for breakfast. So it's like any Dutch in there, please comment down below. This is a thing. You get white bread, you put butter in it, and then you put chocolate sprinkles or this color blue sprinkles. There are all sorts. There's pure chocolate, which is like dark chocolate. There's all sorts. And so it is the most Dutch thing that you could possibly think of. I generally just love the colors, and I couldn't help myself. Why did I buy it? I don't know. I just love it. And I wanted to buy the houses in Amsterdam, and I didn't find it. So hopefully they will restock it, and I will go back and get some. But no, I didn't buy two only because we established I'm an addict. And then I have the... I just couldn't help the cow. Look at her. Isn't she the prettiest? I couldn't help it. And the design itself is actually quite interesting. It has... This is all very Dutch again. I don't know if you can see there's some houses. Is it here? Yeah. There's some houses, but I like the colors. I like the cow. I like all the different little prints that are there. All very Dutch. There were a really cool one of Paris, and I was very, very tempted, but I thought, well, I'm not in Paris. So maybe I shouldn't. Right, why do I have this? Because I generally want to make something a little bit more colorful. Yesterday I finished putting all the vintage in, all the pieces that I wanted to put in the shop. I don't know if I show you the shop, but I'm not going to do it now. I put all the vintage and I put all the clothes, and I move things around, and I'm still going to be moving things around. But I realized that there is not a lot of color, and somebody screamed in one of my videos, where's all the color? And it's like, I need to put color, but at the same time, I need to put things that people will want to buy. The whole point of this is there's two reasons. One, I'm a business, and I need to take and put out what people want to buy. That's number one. And number two, I'm not just going to be making things for the sake of making things. So I only bought a little bit of these fabrics, and I was thinking of maybe making the cute little pouches because it's such an easy pick up and take as a present, as a, you know, anybody that wants to come and pick something and take it away. I think it'll be lovely. I think I might do the little pouch that I've done, and I might see if I can find a longer zipper and make a longer case where you could use it for your crochet hooks or your pencils, of course, your drawings or whatever. This morning it was so funny. When I came to the shop, it was so funny. It was really, really raining, and I just picked the stuff from the bike, and I opened the door, and the cat that sits in the bench is so cute. Yesterday, he or she walked through the shop and expected me to open the back door, so I did. So today it was raining, and it was waiting for me on the bench. I opened the door, and straight away came in, sit down very comfortably in the carpet. And I thought, oh, hi, how are you? And the first thing he did is started scratching the carpet. And I was like, no, dude, no. So I opened the door, and he just went in. So apparently I am his concierge now, his door person. But first, we're going to be doing this little patch to fix this. I've been thinking about this. And I was thinking the best way, did I go to there to get the pins and I forgot the pins again? Did I do that? I did. I'll be back. So I covered the box where my machine came from, my coffee machine. I covered it in fabric. That's where the pins were in the shop. To put it like a little table, I need more items that I could do, showcase all the items that I have. So anyway, I have a box. I don't know if I show you. I have a box full of patches that, you know, I'm not going to repeat myself over and over. I have collected throughout the years. There are too many for me to use in one lifetime, I think. So I put them there in a box so people can have a rummage and see if they want to upcycle anything and use it. I'm trying to fold over. I'm trying to fold over to make a cute little patch, but it's very difficult. I should have cut it a little bit bigger, I think. Ooh, I need to be careful because there's two rivets there. I need to be careful on the machine. So yeah, I put them in there, and all I've done is cover that box with fabric. Ow, I need more. I really started hating pins. Right, that's the idea. I think it looks super cute. You can see it is one of the houses. I'm gonna try to stitch it together, but I need to concentrate. So let's see. I love the streaming sunlight. I love it. I think this room is gonna be awesome for the light, especially like now is almost 1 o'clock. The light is just so, in my back is so nice. I think the shop is north facing, it's quite cold. It's gonna be a pretty penny to heat it up this winter. Right, let's see. I don't wanna get stressed over that yet. To get everything folded underneath. Maybe I should have used the double size interface, which I do have, because of course I do. I picked it up in a thrift store years ago. A whole bolt. At the time I didn't even know what it was, but I knew I would use it at some point. Now I have it and I'm not using it. Very clever, isn't it? Right, let's go. Okay, here we need to be careful. I don't wanna, can I do this? Yeah, I don't wanna break my machine's needle. I don't wanna break my machine. Yeah, I'll do this by hand. Okay, here it seems to be okay. There. It's gonna be, oof, I don't think this is great. Right, let's see if I can fold it up a little bit. Hello? I'm back. I think I might have finished this. Did I? Yeah. Okay. It's not perfect because this thing is coming up a little bit too much. I might need to fold it again. Yeah, that corner there is not perfect. You know what? I might embrace it and just give it a second type of stitch there. So it will fray a little bit, but it won't come undone because of the amount of stitching. But I think it's cute. It has like a little couple of windows in the pocket. Right, so now I should be able to see if I can, I don't want to put it, shall I put it just next to here? That's the point. I'm gonna make like a smaller bag for like the side crossbody bag. So I could do it like this, or I could just put it here. I don't know. The lights change again because I think it's definitely gonna be raining now. Yes, I think I'm gonna do it this way. So anyway, I'm not gonna bore you. I'm gonna try to do this piece like this. And with what I've got left and a little bit more denim, I see if I can make a cool one. I'm making the 2 panels and I'll show you when the 2 panels is done. So yeah, it started raining. The worst thing is that that's my bike and I didn't bring a cover for the seat. So hopefully it will stop raining. Because it's actually not that cold, but it definitely feels autumnal. I don't know if you could hear that. That was a massive thunder. God bless her. Okay, so it's an hour or so later, and I've been doing this. How cool is that? I love it. I'm trying to do like crossbody that is a little bit bigger. I'm still using this curtain because I just want to use it all up. I made this panel out of all the pieces of fabric that there was left for this pair of trousers. And I think I might have, yeah, I have the last back pocket. I might try to see if I can squish another bag out of that. And then maybe trying to fix it with another piece of fabric. The problem being that the rivets are really, really close here. So it's kind of dangerous to put your machine through that. But I guess I could do like I did here. I went, where is it? Here. I went over a few times with the sewing machine in this corner here and this corner here to do like a repair thingy. I quite like it because that will be the front. This will be the back. I absolutely love denim. I love the look of denim. I don't particularly like wearing denim. It's just kind of uncomfortable and cold. I don't know. The one with a little bit of stretch is obviously more comfortable, but I don't like the look of it. It gets very baggy very quickly. And I stopped wearing denim a long time ago. But I love denim. I would wear like a really loose dress or a jacket or something like that. Anyway, I'm going to put it together and I'll show you at the end. I've been kind of changing my mind about these fabrics. I think they are super fun. And I think like a pencil case or something like that will be really cool. But maybe like a longer and thinner pencil case. The ones with the houses of Amsterdam are gone. Quite a few of the other ones, and they don't seem to be selling as much. So I'm wondering if it'll be worth making the same one or making a different type of product. But I don't want to make something big because this is so loud. I think it's fun. I love it, but it's very, very loud. So I was thinking maybe a pencil case will be a little bit more useful, a little bit narrower with a lot of bottom. But yeah. I don't know. What products do you think? Because I would like to make tote bags and things like that, but I don't know if they will sell. And I don't want to spend all the time and energy doing something that won't sell. I definitely want to carry on doing this type of bags. Anyway, let me know what you think, and I'll finish this one and I'll show you at the end. I think it said it was going to rain only a little bit, but it has rained quite. Right, what do you think? I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. I think it's a lovely bag. I love how the denim goes with these houses. And I'm in love with denim, I'm not gonna lie. Absolutely in love with denim. I think it's a cute little bag that has that pocket at the back and the front, a pocket inside as well. I don't know, I absolutely love it. I'm gonna be making more just in denim because, you know, denim and leather used to be my first love. I love the fact that in the restaurant, there's still a lot of people sitting outside underneath the toldo. Rain? What rain? So yeah, I was just, I've been talking to some people that have been coming and they're interested in the workshops and they're interested in the upcycling workshops. So I think I'm gonna try to put together a workshop to do either denim patches to do a bag or to make, you know, go from a men's shirt to a blouse, a women's blouse or something like that. And I think that might be the first workshop that I offer. If you were to do a workshop, can you please comment below and let me know which one you would? Because I'm not an expert on everything, but I can teach and I can help with some upcycling, and I can help beginners, and I can help to do mending and fixing and upcycling and make something cool. So I can do that, but I'm not a tailor. So, I mean, you've seen me, and if you haven't, you can look back at my videos I've learned in the YouTube channel. So I did do some sewing lessons, but I've been self-taught myself quite a lot. So I don't know what sort of workshops I'm really okay to give. I think the upcycling one probably, and the beginners, and maybe how to make the most basic items. I don't know. Let me know what you think you would do if you were in Amsterdam. And if you're in Amsterdam, come along, come along. I love talking to people. I hope you enjoyed the video. It's kind of weird. I just recorded the intro for that video, that clip. I hope you enjoyed the bag. And for this one, I need to give you an interesting piece of information. We have been walking around Amsterdam, taking pictures and some video clips of the amount of stuff that gets thrown away. From clothing to furniture to electronics to anything you can possibly imagine. So I'm gonna be putting the clips as I'm talking to you about this. I have rescued some of the stuff that was thrown away because I cannot for the life of me see textiles on the floor and not pick them up. And then this is why I have so many bags here. I keep on going between home and here, washing everything and bringing it here because I rescue the textiles from the floor on the streets. I thrift and I do everything, but I do wash everything. So everything smells gorgeous. So I think I showed you this a long time ago. This is one shirt that is obviously has passed it, but it is Calvin Klein. So the cotton itself is absolutely gorgeous. It smells gorgeous because I washed it twice. This is a lovely, I think is, oh no, I thought it was such a name and it's not, Smith and Zoll. This is, the way it feels, I think is Tensol or Lyocell. Not so much Lyocell, haha. I'm getting so good at touching the fabric. I know what it is. And I knew this is Lyocell. We go into thrift stores and sometimes I'm touching things and I say, yes, they're polyester. Ooh, viscose. This one comes with me. Because, you know, if you've watched me anytime, you see that I love viscose, but I don't buy it first-hand. I don't buy it brand new because it's not very good for the environment. So this is made in Italy, but I think this is linen. What am I going to do with all these shirts? Project 1.2. We're not going to move to project number 2 yet. We need to fix this jacket. Well, finish it. I don't know if you remember, I made this jacket in the channel. I never wore it. I tried a couple of times to wear it and I never did. So I was thinking, since I've got it, I might as well put it in the shop, see if anybody is interested in having it. So the only thing I never did was finishing the hole. You know, you have to leave the hole open in this lining so you can actually turn the jacket around. So project 1.20 something. Okay, project 1.1. What did I say? 1.1. Done. I just found this in one of my boxes that I brought from the studio. These are a cute little set that I made with traditional, I think it's German, French, and Dutch sheets. And I made these cute little bags. I think I made this in the channel when I was not showing my face and I was just doing it with the hands. Absolutely so darling. It's such a nice thing to have in your, maybe in your bedroom, to put your bits and pieces, your jewelry. It's so cute. Like even the zippers are super cute. Anyway, I'm going to put it in the shop at the moment. So the second project for this video is in the introduction of this Roadkill textiles kit. So what is Roadkill textiles? I've mentioned to you that I've picked up so many things from the floor. I'm not even being funny here. This is Olymp Luxor Modern Fit. It's 100% cotton, absolutely beautiful fabric that was thrown away. It has like a really cute pattern. Obviously, I cannot put it in the shop like that. I don't particularly want to upcycle into clothing anymore because I think it's kind of well past it. I think it's well past it as a shirt, as a men's shirt, to do upcycle or anything. But I don't think it's well past it to be used, the materials be used at all. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna open it up, these shirts, and I have a couple of projects in my mind on what to do with these fabrics. These are absolutely super soft fabrics that are being washed The light keep on changing. The sun keep on coming in and out. The light keep on changing. I'm so sorry. I have a lighting here because it kind of gets dark in here when the light goes away. The garden is really overgrown. And I know if I cut it a lot, I would be maybe have a little bit more light. But to be perfectly honest, it's kind of very sweet looking outside and see all these lovely trees. Okay, so as I was saying, I have a couple of projects in mind on how to use these textiles because I've been thinking about what to do with them. I cannot sell them as items. I don't particularly think it's a good idea to fix them and make something with them. You know, like the men's shirt designs that I have done in the past. I don't think they are that good either. I mean, probably this one maybe. Then the color was really, really bad. The rest of it is fine. But I'm going to be using a third option. And the third option is to, of course, do some patchwork with it, but with an intention. It's not just going to be a patchwork for the sake of patchwork. It is a patchwork to create new fabrics, to use it for something very, very useful and actually really, really cool for the autumn, winter. Northern Hemisphere is going to be getting cold very, very soon. I mean, I think we could probably even start feeling it a little bit now. And today is the 1st of September. So that is a little bit early in my book. I mean, I know I complain when it's hot, but to start getting cold now is a little bit early. Anyway, we shall see how it goes. What I have in mind is to create a cool lining with these textiles for a really nice neck warmer or scarf made out of wool. Now, the wool that I have picked up in thrift stores and secondhand fabrics as secondhand fabrics. And to be perfectly honest, some of it, I mean, all of it is gorgeous, but some of it is not big enough to make a jacket. It's not big enough to, I kind of feel bad cutting it to make bags because some pieces are quite big and I could do something with it. Big enough to do something, but not so big as to make a jacket. And the wools are not really a sort of fabric that you can use for, I mean, I could do skirts and things like that, but I don't really fancy doing that. What I fancy is making like a really nice scarf that, you know, those scarves that kind of really hugs your neck and then it's like that. You know, like the ties clips that holds the tie close together. Well, the same idea, but it is like a really nice thick wool scarf that kind of, you know what I mean? I'll show you when it's done. So what I'm doing at the moment is cutting all these fabrics to create a piece of fabric so I can put it inside the lining of those wool scarves. Why? Because the wool of course is beautiful, gorgeous, warm, fantastic, but maybe a little bit itchy on the neck. And this is cool and nice and soft. Once you put it on, it warms up because it's cotton. So at the beginning it'll be a little bit fresh, but with the wool, you'll get the warmth and you will feel comfortable. Of course, you could use this Roadkill for many other projects. I mean, you could make some cute little bags. I revert to do bags all the time. Why? Because I love making bags. But I also made a pattern for some denim bags and some denim and some other patchworks. The one with the ruffle, I'll show you. I've sold some of these bags. Oh, I forgot to tell you. I put this bag in here. This is one of the bags I've made. I've just been finding all sorts of things in the boxes. And this is a cute little bag that I made. So I'm putting it in here today. Yes, this one. So these, I've sold a couple of the smaller sizes one in denim and then in other type of patchworks. So with those textiles, you can make these bags, or you can make the bigger one. I sold the other ones, the little one that was made out of pieces of fabric, actually, pieces of men's shirts cut-offs. And I made one of these ones, and it looks so really nice. I think I have a picture, actually. So I went through all the stuff that I've been thrifting for years, and I found a whole bunch of silk scarves. These are fantastic because they're super thin, but they're silk. And so they're really light to wear, but they're super warm for the winter. So these are, and they're quite stylish. I think they're very, very nice. So I'm going to be putting these guys in the shop now. I will be showing you all the new stuff that I put in the shop because I have different projects. But those will be projects number 4 or 5 if we get to them. Let's go back to sewing. Good morning. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday I started on the patchwork on the Roadkill textile kits, and the idea is, as I mentioned, to do this as the lining of a really cool scarf. So I have some pieces from 3 shirts that I've had. The whole point would be to iron them properly now. To iron them properly now, and then trying to make at least one of them. The idea is, if people want to buy the packages, I will send the patterns. Again, the light keep on changing, sorry. So what we need to do today is figure out the size. Obviously, I'm just putting pieces together. And I'm thinking it should be kind of somehow maybe that thick, that wide, just to cover your chest. And then long enough to maybe be on top of your coat. But what we need to do now is I'm gonna be ironing all the pieces and stitch them and do some kind of patchwork that makes no sense because you know me. All my patchwork does not make sense. Okay, so we are at the bottom of the drawer here. And this is where all my wools are. Well, as I say, some of my wools. Okay, so these are the options. I have a soft spot for this one, which is super beautiful, like a green kind of thing. But somebody came in yesterday and said to me that the boutique seems to be quite dark. And I agree. The colors in the boutique are very, very dark. So I was thinking this beautiful lightweight wool, which is an amazing quality, will go beautifully with this fabric. And it might bring some color into the shop. So I think my first one is going to be, my first sample, if you look at the 3 colors, I mean, this one is perfectly matched almost. So I think I'm going to use this one. So yeah, I think the best one is going to be this one. Because I think these 2 look unbelievably. And it's such, I mean, it's still wool. It's not the softest, but it's not the worst. It's not the worst. I think it actually feels really cool because, you know, wool. But I think it would look really, really nice, the 3 of them together. You can trust me, I would have gone with the blue one. But there are some really, really cool colors in there. So the idea is to start making the patchwork with the Roadkill and then get all the wools together. I'm just sewing, but I'm drinking my coffee. Let's just sew off, just saying hi. Have a little chat. How you doing? I didn't sleep all that well last night. I don't know why. I am taking HRT for the menopause. And one of the worst symptoms for me was insomnia. And it seems to be that I'm started feeling it again. So I'm started feeling a little bit tired again. Yeah, tiredness and insomnia was the worst for me. And weight gain was the worst for me. But yeah, I'm taking HRT, but you know, I didn't even think I was going to talk to you about this, but here we are. I think it's because I'm feeling a bit tired. Yeah. I mean, sure, if you're here just for the sewing, just skip this part. And I'm going to be sewing in a minute. I just want to drink my coffee. And I thought maybe we could just be taking it together. Some of you lovely have left some really amazing comments. And one of you said you're going through chemo now and you look forward to my videos. And you feel like visiting with a friend. I'm so sorry you're going through that. when we're talking about cancer and things like that, I really want to swear. And in real life, I do. But in here, I don't like to bring that language to the YouTube channel. But yeah, whenever I think of cancer, I just want to swear. I'm sorry that you're going through that. And I hope that this little coffee break, this little silly sewing blogs that I do brings you joy. You say to me that it does, so I am very pleased for you. Yeah, I didn't think it was going to be such a cool community. I think today I feel a little bit pick-me-up. I need a little bit of pick-me-up because I'm a bit tired. I don't know if I've mentioned it. And hopefully I won't be mentioning it all day. Hence the coffee. Anyway, I am going to do, the moment I'm doing just stripes, not in particular order. I'll show you. In no particular order, I'm just going to stripe it. And then because it's too wide, I almost put it on the coffee. See, this is dangerous. Drinking and driving is dangerous. I should do all the drinking first and then I should do the driving. Yeah, I think it's too wide. So what I might do is I do a few straps and then I decide on the width. And then I cut it in half and I stick it to the... I'm literally cutting and sticking together. It's a very weird patchwork, but I think all of my patchwork is. I hope I'm not annoying you enough for all these breaks. Let's go back to it. Life is so much nicer with coffee. Do you know how hard it is for me to work with something that is not blue? Like, I was just yesterday. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time tidying up the second room because it's still I need all the furniture from the studio that we haven't brought back. And so there's still a lot of stuff on the floor. And yeah, so I'm just trying to figure out. I think I want it about this. That's the width I want it, yeah. So I'm gonna cut this in half around here. So yeah, I was tidying up and putting all the fabrics in this cupboard here. I even have the Yuki, the Avaloka box. I'm using it as a storage. And I have a whole bunch of cottons in there. Should I measure this? Probably I should measure this. Okay, hold on, I have a ruler here. At least to cut it straight for this purpose of this, isn't it? So after picking all the shirts, everything in blue, I thought, wow, I should be really making other colors because that is just my obsession. You know, not everybody's favorite color is blue. Mine happens to be. I think growing up in Tenerife, we have a lot of beautiful blue sky days and the water is very, very nice blue too. You know, and I don't know. I once worked with an Indian person, an Indian man. Hold on, let me find a pen. Sorry, I went to find a pencil. I can almost not find any. And now I just realized I'm full of little fluffs. I need to make myself the apron that I said I would. I really want to make it. Yeah, I was going to say that when I used to work for IBM, I only worked for them for a few years. Just a couple of years, I can't remember. And I met there a really nice guy called Nishal. He was from India. He was the nicest, most gentlest soul I've ever met. Such a nice person. And he said to me, it was very interesting. He said to me, he asked me once, what is your favorite color? And I said, blue. And he said, most Northern Europeans, I'm not a Northern European, but I lived in North Europe quite a long time. Anyway, he said, most Europeans says blue. If you ask an Indian person, what is your favorite color? Most Indian people would say orange or yellow. And I found it fascinating. I said, well, what do you think that is? And he said, I think culturally, you look at the sky and the sea. And in India, we look more towards the spices and the colors of the fabrics. I don't know what the explanation exactly was, but it's mostly what you see the most. And Europeans are more fascinated by the sea and the sky. Therefore, there are more people that will say blue. I find that fascinating. I never really thought of that. So the interesting question now is, where are you from and what's your favorite color? Because that will be an interesting theory to check whether he was right. If you are from India or any area around there, is your favorite color orange or yellow? And if you are further away, the Far East, what is your favorite color? I would have imagined. I know, for instance, that Japanese people love indigo, but I don't know if that would be the most favorite color. Or maybe I'm biased about the indigo textiles. Okay, so this ruler has centimeters and inches, but because the inches have a bigger print, I'm going by inches. And I think I'm gonna do 11 because it's a good weird number, and it's a nice size, I think. Yeah, let's do that. So yeah, where are you from and what's your favorite color? Let's see if Initial was right. I find it fascinating, I'm not gonna lie. It always stuck to me. This is this conversation that I'm just talking to you about took place over 20 years ago. And it still is in my mind. I find it fascinating, and I always thought, wouldn't that be interesting to know if he had any he was any right about it, you know, and why? Why would that be? Are you bored enough? Talking about favorite colors and where you're from. I could have been showing you this all the time that I was talking, but you know, that would have been if I was an expert YouTuber. You know, to people when they ask me, what do you do? I say, well, I'm an upcycler and I have a YouTube channel. I never say I am a YouTuber. I find it really strange to say that. I'm not a YouTuber. It's probably because I'm not a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel. Check this out. I love this button here. Totally by mistake, but I actually don't think it will be annoying anybody. What I did is I close shut the placket because I wasn't gonna cut that piece of fabric off. You know me. I'm too frugal to cut fabric off and not using it again. Okay, so basically we're gonna be carry on doing a bit more of this. So this will be going from here. Sorry, let me not do it over the microphone. So from here, okay, let's see. I keep on telling you about personal space. What do you think? Right, if I was to do, let's say this is half of it, I think maybe like that, and then overlaps. Maybe, yeah, not quite half, a little bit less than half. So from here is half. I cannot tell you how lovely this fabric feels. And the blue one as well. Anyway, let me finish the patchwork because I might end up talking to you about something weird, things like that. I think I need to iron these things. It doesn't give me any pressure whatsoever to stitch them like that. Let's go and iron them first. Actually, I could reuse what I just cut. Or could I? Or could I? Yeah. I think I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna cut it straight as possible. Let me show you what I'm doing because I'm keep on talking and not showing you. I think I'm gonna do this. Where's the middle here? Here. I'm gonna reuse this bit. Right, and now we're gonna reuse this bit somehow. Maybe I cut in half and stitch it together. This is the how you call it? The cookie cutter method. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stitch this piece here, cut it, and stitch either in this side here or on the other side, this side, and then carry on adding the pieces. Do you agree with me? Yeah? Yeah, okay. So you keep on telling me that you can't hear the noises. I hope you can, because there's a whole bunch of children screaming in the garden. They're having a great time. So I think this is the length. Look at how I just went to the shop, have a look at the mirror. Let me see. See, you can see it? How lovely is this patchwork? I just don't understand why not everything is patchwork. She says wearing something solid today and yesterday. Isn't that lovely? Okay, so I think I think I would like to make them with this fabric, and then maybe like a quilted one. That will be so nice. I really would love that. Maybe we could do that instead of just quilted this kind of fabric and then the wool on the other side. Maybe I could just do like a normal quilt and then put like the idea is to put like a ring so you tie it up like this. Yeah, can you imagine? This was all roadkill. Right, if anybody is asking why she keep on calling it roadkill, it's because my partner came up with the idea. He said, oh, it's like roadkill textile. You know what I've done? Look, it's not straight. So overall, it's gonna have to be a little bit less wide. Okay, let me put it straight. Yeah, my partner came up with the idea because I was we were looking at the textiles on the streets, and I even took a little video this morning. 3 pair of jeans that I didn't pick up because I didn't have a plastic bag with me, and I think they've been rained on. And if I have a plastic bag, I can put them in a plastic bag and they go straight to the washing machine. But if I don't, then I kind of have to be with my stuff, and they look really grim. So I only took a video, and I felt really bad leaving them behind. For me, I suffer leaving textiles to go to waste. I really, really do suffer. But he was saying they are like roadkill, like there was a channel that was making roadkill cooking. He's saying, well, you are like that channel. You are using roadkill to make things with, and the name just stuck. So I love the idea of roadkill textiles. Maybe I should patent the title. Maybe I shouldn't, and then everybody should just cut up with it and do. Everybody should do it. Yes, I think I'm definitely going to try to do a quilted one. But probably not for this video, because I have 2 more projects that I would like to at least get started today. So we shall see. Right, let's finish it. I'm of course trying to make the easiest but impactful items that you can wear out of trash. So let me just stitch it and turn it around. Nothing particularly special. So I have stitched it, and I have cut the corners just to be able to turn them. Can you see that? Okay, let me show you this way. I have to cut the corners so it'll be a little bit more pointy. And I made this beautiful tie, but you know what I didn't do? Leave an opening not to turn it around, I did do that, but leave an opening to stitch this inside. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna turn our lovely scarf. It feels really nice, actually. I mean, all the fabrics are gorgeous, regardless of where I found them, The fabrics are gorgeous. That's the whole point. It feels really, really luxurious, I'm not going to lie. So, actually, maybe I left the hole close enough. I only need to open up a little here. I may even put a little cute button or something. Yeah? I think it might look better. Okay, let me just... The light keep on changing. I think it's so temperamental because it's just clouds passing by. But because there's so many windows, whatever a cloud passes by, it makes a big splash. Right. You know what I think? I think I might need to iron it and top stitch it. But obviously, if I top stitch it and close the thingy, what I want to do, basically it goes like this. Hopefully the microphone doesn't get touched. And then, let me go. And then it goes like that. Hold on. Yes. And then what I want to do is put this thing inside here, maybe here, and here. And so this one can come in like that. Yes? Yes or yes? Absolutely yes. Give it a good ironing and top stitch. And then I'll do the review for project number 2? Yes, project number 2. Let's finish it. So the real button is staying really close to the edge. Can you see? So I put a pin in there because I'm going to go top stitch it from the right side. And I put a pin in there so I don't break a needle. All we need to do now is move the tie around so we can stitch it. I'm sure there's another way of doing it. I should have put it inside before I close it. Again, I should have put it inside before I closed it. Yeah, just like I do the tags and thing. Well, it is what it is. The sun is doing what the sun is doing. Okay, right. Oh no! It's cool for the gifted. And it is done. Now, first things I can notice is that the strap is way too loose. I need to make it a little bit smaller. I might even put like a little pleat and make it a point out of it and put a cube button in there, just so I don't have to unstitch all of that in there. Or maybe it's too much fabric, I'll see. But this is a prototype, and minus the length of the tie, so let's pretend it's the correct side. And also maybe put the tie a little bit lower and make it a little bit longer. I tend to make the scarf always too long, and this time around I'm trying to make it a little bit shorter. So all I need to do is make it a little bit smaller here, and I think it looks absolutely amazing. Of course you could wear it on the cotton side, which I think it looks still very, very pretty. And obviously you could do the same thing, just tidy up at the back. And then you have a cute little, where is the button? I keep on not finding my button. Where is it? I see it before I put it on. Anyway, what do you think? Yes, the tie needs to definitely be smaller, because you see, once you make it smaller, it kind of tidy up nice. I'm gonna fix that, but I actually, I don't know, I quite like both ways. I'm gonna put in the mannequin and take some pictures once this is sorted. But what do you think of the super easy way of fixing and using your Roadkill textiles, your unwanted textiles, into a really cool scarf? This is project number 2. Okay, I was gonna move on to the next one, but I just wanted to show you how it looks like after I fix it. I just make it smaller enough to have the look that I wanted. What do you think? It's actually, it's such a lovely fabric. You can obviously play around with the color. And all I wanted to achieve, I think it looks really cute. As I say, you could always wear the patchwork fabric on the other side. But actually, to have this lovely patchwork fabric next to your neck is super comfortable. I was just thinking, the reason why I wanted to do this project is because it's a nicer way of using your textiles to reuse, and it's a very simple project, and it's a simple project that you can use. I know I love making bags, and I make bags a lot. You will see more bags in this video. But I just wanted to make something else that a beginner can do, or even an expert that can do, that never really thought how to use these pieces of scrap fabric. Of course, you could do both sizes scrappy. Actually, I think this might be one of my product lines, because I really like it. I think it makes it such a cool place. And I think we could decorate this thing here. We could make it, this is the first one, it's the prototype. So we can now start changing and see what we want to do. I haven't invented anything. I'm just trying to think how to use fabrics differently again. I'm not pretending that I'm inventing anything. I am not inventing anything. But I think it's a creative way of using waste, garbage. So this is the Roadkill bundle. I've been cutting little straps. I'm going to make like a really, this is the 2 shirts and a little bit of the blue short as well. So these are the sort of packages that I will be making with the Roadkill. I just wanted to show you the cute little ribbon. I'm planning to put at least 2 to 3 patterns that you can make, super easy patterns that you can make with your Roadkill packages. Now, let's go to project number 3. Last Friday, I got busy creating a new pattern for the hobo kind of bag that everybody's been loving in the shop. And I wanted to remake the pattern a little bit different. I'm not 100% sure how this one is going to turn up to be, but what I've done already is just using the 2 back pockets of these jeans, and then I think I just used another pair, only one more color. No, 2 more colors. I used this darker one. I only created like half of the pattern. This is my pattern. So what all we need to do now is create the lining and create the second half. I'm gonna need to find all the denim that I used for this one, and then we're just gonna, I'm trying to figure out if I want to make a lot more, sorry, I don't wanna make too much noise with the paper. I'm trying to, so I think this is, yes, come. I think this is the same denim as this one. No, as this, I don't think it is. I don't think it is, I think it's this one. Yeah, it's this one. That's a different type of denim. I'm trying to put like maybe 2 or 3 types and that's it. Yeah, this is it. Okay, so I have this piece, and then it's this one that I have this piece. And I have quite a bit. I should be okay. I should be okay. I wonder if I have a pocket from this one and I can use it for the back. It's this one, isn't it? Yes, it is. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to, on the back here, I'm going to use this pocket for this side of the bag, and then use the rest of this, maybe something like that. There is a little bit of stretch in this trouser. I only use it because I really like the color. It's very, very nice. And I like the orangey stitching. But I don't really like using a stretchy material, a stretchy denim, when I'm making this kind of fabrics. You know, I'm actually not sure. I think this is definitely this one, but I don't think it's this. I think it's close enough anyway. I find the cutting so satisfying. I'm gonna cut all this bulk because eventually it gets caught up on the machine, and it's just, the machine already scared me once. I don't wanna give her any excuses to scare me again. Right, I'm gonna take that one off too. Okay, so this is the panel that I made, and this is the panel I just stitched. I stitched these 3 pieces together to give me enough fabric. And then I'm gonna stitch these 2 places there to give me the top part of the strap. And I'm trying to match this pocket to this pocket as much as I can. So yeah, I wanna have one strap in like in dark denim. When I mean strap, you know what I mean, that part of the bag. And then the other one, light blue, just like that. Actually, if I stitch it, it will go like this, wouldn't it? Okay, so what we can do is reverse it. Because it will be nice that the light blue meets with the light blue, and the darker blue, even though they're different, they still meet up together. So I'm gonna stitch this piece here, and this piece here, and then we can have our second panel. I'm sure that if you ever do patchwork, you're screaming your head off. There's so many other ways, easier ways of doing it, but this is the chaotic way I do. So, and I like to see where I'm gonna put the pieces. So let me just stitch it and cut the 2 sizes. I just wanna show you how I'm cutting the second half. I'm basically using the first half, or the first panel that I made, as a pattern. And I pin it all down to the second one because I think it's more accurate. At least both of them will be the same. One of the pins just pulled a thread on my dress. I really ought to make myself the apron. I think it's because it's for me. I've not done it. I'm sure you will enjoy making an apron to work, isn't it? Whether it's made with denim or, I don't know, whatever. Right, just so I don't get pinned again, let's just put this pin going inwards. Right. So basically I'm just gonna go around the whole contour of the pattern and cutting the second half. I'm trying to think, I'm sure there is other ways of doing this. This is the only way I can do it to make sure that the panels stay where I want them to be and that I'm creating a cohesive patchwork, a patchwork that is nice to look at. Trying not to get the pins on the scissors because I've done that too and I don't want to blunt my scissors. Okay. I don't know if you can hear that. It's the neighbors. A younger neighbor came into this morning asking for a tool that I actually don't have. I have my partner's toolbox here, but I didn't have the tool that he wanted. And we were just chatting. He was saying that, yeah, the buildings really need repairing because you can hear everything. And I can agree, that's true. But that's also true in my house. You kind of get used to hearing everything. I mean, if people's voices are up and everything, you definitely hear it. Okay, so that's my second half. Let's reveal what it looks like. And also I'm thinking I'm going to be using like a really nice thicker lining. Maybe one of those lovely curtains panels that I still have from the Bonnstraat. I actually have quite a lot of pieces from her. I need to crack on and working with. But then again, I have a lot of everything. There we go. So this is the reveal. Ta-da! That's the second one. It's a bit of a bubble in here because this one, I'm sure you can hear that. I think the drilling on that wall. Yeah, I think there's a bit of a bumping here, but I think it'll be fine once I get it all sorted. This denim, like here, there's none. As you can see there, I did the top stitch with a lighter blue on top. And I think the difference is with the top stitch like that, the top one, which is non-stretchy, is the dominant one. Where with this one, obviously the top stitch is on this side. I see if I can iron it off because I don't particularly want to undo this stitch because then I have to undo this bit here as well. So I don't particularly fancy doing that. Anyway, I have my two pieces now and I think I need to go and collect the lining. So I found this piece, which is like a really thick canvas type of fabric, and it is almost right for the bag. I need to iron these pieces down. It is almost right. It's just a tiny little bit short here. So I might do the same thing, just cut a little bit here and add it there and just use this one because it's two things. First, it's quite nice and thick. It's actually really good quality canvas. This is all I have. So it's that first. And second, I really like how it matches the stitching, I think it's kind of nice. So I think I'm going to try to cut the two panels. Originally, I wanted to make with this one, but I don't have enough. I already used this one for a bag somewhere there, and I don't have enough. So I'm going to be using it. Yeah, look at that. I'm only short like not even an inch. It's like 2 centimeters only. Right, yeah. It's a good job I found the little roller for the clothes because my God, it's fluff everywhere. I need to move everything. I don't want to throw it away. Right, let's choose this one. Okay, so I realized that I need to put a corner here a little bit better. And if I put it sideways in the panels, I can actually I don't have to stitch on the four of them, just literally that little bit here. So I'm not going to do that. I'm going to cut it like that and then fix that corner. It saves me a lot of time because it's just a tiny little bit there that I need to add. So it's not a big deal. Okay, so I just stitched the pocket. This is a really lovely thick canvas fabric. It's almost like a Hessian kind of fabric. It's that thick, but it's super nice. It's super nice and warm. Warm? You can see I've been stitching all day. It's super nice and soft, but hard. But what am I even saying? It's super nice, it's soft, but it's strong. The weave it though is kind of quite loose, so I'm gonna have to pin the living life out of it. Right, so I want this panel to be the back panel, and I have made this in the past Luz was kind enough to make this strap, because if you have watched my channel, you know I don't like making straps. It's the only thing I don't like making. But I love it because I left all the raw edges here. I use one of them like this myself, and when they get too much, I just go and cut them a little bit. I've done enough stitching that it's never gonna come undone. So this is gonna be a shoulder strap, and I'm gonna attach it basically in between the linings here, the lining and the front of the back, of course. So, and then what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna stitch it like a normal bag, do the edge nicely. So what I should do is, yes, okay, so, okay. Instead of telling you what I'm doing, I'm gonna show you what I'm doing. So I'm gonna stitch this one to this one first, or even just pin it for now. Let me put some clips, because I already took a thread out of my dress. It's so annoying. So, okay. I don't even know if this is the height or the length of the strap. That might be even too much. But you know what? One of the girls that bought the other bag that I have, like this one, she wanted to put it across her body. And it was just a little bit too short. Where with this one, you can, because it is, see? This goes like this, and then I'm gonna stitch, I'm gonna now apply. I might do it the tiniest little bit smaller, so I'm just gonna reduce it a little bit like that. So I'm gonna stitch it like that. Well, basically I'm stitching, am I doing this right? Because this is a different one, isn't it? No, I'm doing it wrong. Am I doing it wrong? Yes, I'm doing it wrong. Because, I tell you what, I can't remember how to do this one. I could just watch my own video, because I did do it before. Okay, let me watch a video before I actually try to do this. I know I shouldn't be doing this. I know I shouldn't be stitching it to the lining, because then it looks like this, but I still need to attach the other side and the other lining here. So I'm watching my own video. This is the music, I think it's YouTube. So what I've done, you can see that I fold everything, I do everything. And what I do is I stitch the handle to the denim part, and then I stitch across. But the handle, can you see? The handle is attached to the denim part. So, Luz from the past told me how to do it. So we're gonna do that. All I'm gonna do is, I basically, I was doing it all wrong. I knew it wouldn't be like that. I need to stitch the opening between the lining and the denim. I need to stitch in both of them, and then I stitch the sides together. So I didn't see that part of the video, but I'm pretty sure that's how it is. Okay, so I just stitch both of them, and what I've done is just gone with the scissors and do a little bit, so you can stretch the opening, the curve. Okay, so all is to do now is I'm just following. I'm following my own video, because I forgot how to do this bag. I haven't done this bag for the longest time. I think I made 2 or 3 of them a couple of years ago. I need to see how long that video was, but it's quite a while back. Right, so what I need to do is stitch from here to there, and then from here to there. So basically, stitch the size. This is the outside and this is the lining. So the size of the lining, and I just leave an opening somewhere here. And then what I need to do is actually put the handle, stitch the handle in between these two layers. Because I knew I wasn't doing it right when I was stitching in between the two, the lining and the denim. I knew it was going to end up being a mess of me trying to undo it again, and it's not funny. So basically I need to do it like this. And you see a stitch in between the two denims like that, and then cut a little bit of the excess seams allowance, and then get the yellow lining inside. Okay, so we're gonna do that. I'm gonna use clips because I don't want to be stabbed anymore. I'm kind of feeling tired feeling stabbed. It's feeling quite heavy in between the denim and this. I think it's gonna be a substantial bag. Right, let's concentrate because it can stretch and I don't want to do that. Okay, so it's so difficult to show you. I wanted to show you how I've done this because this is the important bit. So I stitch it just like a normal bag, sideways, and then you square the corners, and then at the bottom of the lining I have left it open so I can turn around the bag. So now I think so now we should put this guy inside, and then when you do the other side you need to make sure that it's not twisted, otherwise it's a mess. Okay, I don't know if this is going to work as well as I thought. But basically, once you top stitch everything and pull everything properly and everything, you do this and it comes this way. Oh my God, this is going to be a lovely one. I haven't done closure, and I'm thinking I might put how you call it, a magnetic clasp just there, like that. So that I don't necessarily need to do it now. I can think about it later. I'm not worried about it. So it should go like that. And as I say, you need to be careful not twisting the bags. Turn it inside out again. And then once I've done that, I need to do a top stitch all around the opening. That's why I cut the opening so it will sit nicely. And hopefully I could give it a good, whatever that is. The technical term is, and then I can give it a good ironing. I mean, I'm telling you this like you haven't seen me doing this 1,000 times. Although you haven't seen me doing this one for the longest time. Actually, you didn't see me doing it in the first place because it was when I was very shy. Me, shy, I know. But yeah, at the beginning of my channel, I think that video is still up. At the beginning of my channel, I really didn't want to talk to camera. I felt super awkward. Now I'm going to tell you the secret, how I do it. I actually imagine you there. I imagine there's a person. It's not the camera, I'm just talking to a person. And I have to say, looking at myself sometimes in the viewer, is actually a little bit less lonely because I can see a person talking, even though it's like a mirror version, because it's myself. Right, I don't know what I'm doing now. Okay, let me concentrate because you know what happens when I don't. Right, we're stitching that. Then we turn it around and we do the top stitching. So let me do it. You want to see it? You want to see the magic happening? Right, let's do that. Okay, I just want to show you when I turn it around. So this is the lining. Oh, I need to cut some of those threads. So remember we stitch it like this, yeah? So if you fold it like that, it would just go inside. So what I might do is still cut the corner so it's not so bulky here. But it actually, can you see? It folds perfectly fine. Let's do the top stitch and I'll show you just then. I stopped teasing you. The thing here. I need to be careful with this. Okay, so maybe, okay, let's see. Oof, just. Okay, the camera says it's gonna die because of the battery. I need to charge it. What do you think? I love it when you put something inside so you can actually see the shape of the bag. I'm covered in fluff, so it will go cool as a crossbody. I haven't put the magnetic clasps because I know I've got them here, but I don't know where. I need to look for them. But it's mostly before the camera goes. What do you think? I love it. I think it's really, really nice. And I love the inside, the yellow mustardy color. It's nice when it folds like that. Look at that. Okay, so I was gonna start number four, yeah. And all I did was spending my sweet time doing this tab thing again. I found this, I think it's a different type of jeans. And I have to unpick the thing in the middle again, take all of that. I think you saw me doing the same thing in the last video or the video before that. It took forever. But yeah, I found the button and put it like that. Even the bottom is denim. I think it looks really cool. So this is just like a handbag. Sorry, let me put it on this side because I have the microphone on that side. So this is just like a handbag, or you can use it as a crossbody. For me, obviously, it's a little bit closer. For somebody smaller than me, most people will look really, really cool. I really love it. I'm happy that I did that, but having said that, I feel like I left a lot of room. I might put the bottom a little bit lower so it kind of closes a little bit more. But other than that, I think it's done. I love these quirky little pieces of denim and the patchwork. It just tickles me. I just love it. So anyway, this is the project number 4 done. It's lovely, isn't it? I was going to start project number 4, and then I realized the time is really, really late. I've been here all day, and it's not been busy, so I actually end up filming a lot. It's not necessarily a good thing, but it is what it is. So I wanted to start a new project. I'll show you what is that I wanted to do. Let's put this guy here. I don't know if I mentioned to you Jamin Puech. Jamin Puech is... I knew it was going to fall. Jamin Puech is or was a Parisian handbag designer, and they used to make all sorts of accessories. And they kind of were my inspiration. I went to their boutique a couple of times in Paris, and they were kind of the inspiration for my wanted to have a boutique, to be honest. So anyway, I have the next project was to do a bigger. I have this. Let me show you. Over the weekend, I made some jewelry, because jewelry for me is fun, is the hobby. Although my hands really, really hurt, I got these beautiful sparklers that are Swarovskis. I don't know if you can see the shine of them. They're really, really nice earrings. I love earrings, you know, I wear lots of earrings. So I've bought these from a thrift store, and I bought it with the idea that it's actually a really good idea. Some of you gave me the idea, and then I found it and I thought, well, that's brilliant. And I love it here. But project number 4 was to get a bigger, because I have quite a few big, so I have quite a few big embroidery hoops that I think they're used for quilting. When you have the quilt ready and then you're just ready to do the quilting, you use the bigger ones. So project number 4 was to do that, but I think today is going to be it for today. I spent quite a long time on the other 2 projects. I always want to do way too much. Yesterday I did this as well. So I have a couple of easels, and what I've done is just put it in an easy, cheapy frame. But what I would like to do is to actually use some lace and see if I could do something with that. To show, to display some of the jewelry. And then put all of the jewelry on this section here. So all of this section would be the jewelry. So I think I'm going to leave it here, because I think I've done 3 projects, and hopefully I am going to be able to have a magazine style type of videos. That's what I'm trying to do. So with chapters and everything. I hope I'm not repeating myself too much. If I did, I'm trying to remove it so it's not as annoying as many of you have said, which is fair. It's fair. So yeah, thank you so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye.